Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have 6 Dollar Tree DIYs to share with you for Christmas decor. I would love to know which one is your favorite. I'm kind of undecided between a couple. I really like how several of them turned out, so I would love to know which one you like the best. A couple of them are a little bit more time consuming or harder to find some of the items, so hopefully you'll be able to find them, and a couple of them are like really easy. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, let me know, and let's get started.
So for the first one, I am taking a white piece of foam board from Dollar Tree, as well as this Merry Christmas sign, also a piece of wall art from Dollar Tree. It's very glittery, and I'm just going to kind of measure a little bit, just kind of make sure that I'm spacing that equally and placing that in the center of the foam board. I used a couple dots of hot glue around the different corners of the letters to just keep that in place, and then I was trying to figure out what I wanted to frame this board with, and I started off thinking maybe I would make some kind of frame or design around the edges with the gold ribbon here, and then that just was not working how I was hoping. So what I actually ended up doing was just kind of measuring again. I did end up going back and getting a measuring tape just in order to do a little better job, but I thought maybe I'm just going to make some lines on here with black and red. I used my black oil Sharpie marker, and then I decided to kind of give that a little bit of the red glittery touch by taking some of the red glitter paint that Dollar Tree sells and taking that along the edges of the black lines that I had made. And I tried testing this, hanging it up above my mantle and hanging it up in the fireplace here, and somehow everyone just thought that it looked too simple or too modern, and it just didn't really go with our style of decor in our house. So let me know what you think, because I do think it looks really good. It just felt like, for what I had going on for Christmas this year, it felt like it was missing something. My mom suggested that I come back and try folding the ribbon and doing it like that. So let me show you guys what I did. I ended up taking this red ribbon from Dollar Tree, which it was perfect timing because I was just in the store, found this ribbon, and happened to buy 3 of them, not knowing what I was doing, and it was basically the perfect amount in order to do this craft. So what I did was I just folded the ribbon over on itself, making like little folds and loops like this, using hot glue to keep it down. I really like this one because it has like the solid border, but then like the shiny red mesh down the center. So it really gives you some extra like texture and dimension and just makes it really interesting. So I just kept going around and around, and then the way that I did this, I just went all the way across. So at the corners, I showed you guys kind of what I did here in order to make it work, where I folded the ribbon back under itself so that the loop would be complete on the end and just continue like that, and you wouldn't actually see the end. And this is what it turned out like. I put it up on the mantle, up above the mantle on the fireplace. Let me know what you guys think, if you would recreate something like this. I feel like the ribbon was probably the touch that it needed. I am really happy with how it turned out, but let me know if you think it needs some greenery somewhere still. I could add a bow or something, maybe on the bottom coming down, that would have like some pine. I don't know, or I could just leave it as is. What would you do? Now, moving on for the next one, I loved these boxes that I found in Dollar Tree, and I picked up 2 of them. I had no idea what I was going to end up doing, so I just grabbed 2, and I am going to glue the whole thing together. You'll want to glue everything that comes apart, like the lid, and then that to the other one, so that everything is connected. I'm using hot glue to do this, but I don't know, super glue, whatever you want to use would probably be fine. I also took one of these trifle bowls, and I am attaching that now onto the top. Now, ideally, I think this would have honestly looked a lot better if I could have gotten 3 boxes, but Mike and I went back and we checked that same Dollar Tree. I think we actually checked like 4 different Dollar Tree stores, and we just couldn't find any more of those boxes. So when I bought them, they had a bunch, and then like a week later they were gone. So I couldn't wait to continue looking, but hopefully if you're looking for them, you'll be able to find something similar in your Dollar Tree, or maybe you've already picked up a couple and you're not sure what to do with them, and maybe maybe you will enjoy this idea. So I started off painting them. My idea here was to create a lantern, and I started painting them with this chalk paint from Walmart in the color Mineral, and I had painted a dark Java brown one on the base of the trifle bowl to make the top of the lantern. And then I just wasn't really happy with the coloring on this. It wasn't what I was picturing. I don't know. It was just like, you know how it is when you don't know what's wrong. You're just like, something is wrong. And I just wasn't happy. So we ended up talking about what we should do. And basically everyone I was asking in my house was like, you should probably paint the pole black. So that was my first instinct. That is what I did. I painted the pole black, and then I also just painted the top and bottoms there of the trifle bowls that we have upside down. I painted them black as well. I'm using one of these battery operated candles. I really, really like these. I showed you guys them back in one of my fall videos, but I actually ordered another set because I like them so much. I feel like the flickering on them is so realistic and just works really, really well. You can do a bow on here. I think like doing a really big fun Christmas bow would be so beautiful. However, I did not have the stuff to do it, so I actually had this white wreath, so I ended up just taking that from Dollar Tree, and I glued in one bunch of the red berries and 2 bunches of the gold berries. I just cut them up and glued them in, and then I also had one little cardinal bird left over, so I put him in there as well, and that is how it came out. So I decided to go ahead and move this outside, and I also had just a little bit of red ribbon left from the Merry Christmas sign. So I took just the last bit of ribbon from that and just kind of wove it around into the wreath and took it around there. I think this would be so pretty if it was just a little bit taller, and if you could have one on either side of the doorway. I just think that would be so beautiful. I do love that these candles come on a timer, so you can actually just leave them on the timer and they will just automatically go on in the evenings. Now for the next one, I had this door left over. I had actually used the wreath off of this little ornament for a previous DIY, and I was like, what can I do with this thing? So I decided to turn it into a Christmas ornament. I just painted it all over completely with my black chalkboard paint, and then I am taking this little red truck, which this is from one of the little Christmas ornaments that Dollar Tree sells. I took off the Merry Christmas sign, and I also took off their little Christmas tree. I don't know, I just feel like the color on those looks so fake and cheap, so I took that off, and instead I glued on 2 pieces of greenery that I had left over just off of some of the other Dollar Tree picks. I feel like the coloring on it is a little more like a Christmas tree color, and it's not so much of like a aqua or turquoise blue color. It's more of a real green, Christmas tree green. And then I took some white chalk paint, and I'm just going over this truck and giving it a coating of some fresh snow. Of course, add some into your tree as well. So the snow is on the tree, it's on the truck, and then I just splotched on a little bit of snowflakes coming down, and that's all. I did a little bit in the bottom there. You could add glitter if you want, but there is my little red truck ornament. Now for the next one, this is something I actually did for fall, and I decided to take the pumpkin off and then just really simple and easy reuse it by removing the pumpkin and placing one of these deer head ornaments in the center. Really country, rustic type of decor, super simple. You could put it on the wall. I just have it on the little side table over here. Now for the next one, I'm taking this Let It Snow snowman sled, and I've had an idea for this. I know a lot of people have done projects with these, so I have not watched everyone's, but hopefully this will be a little bit different than what other people have done, because I know that using this sled, a lot of people have ideas for decorating a sled, which I have never done, so I thought it would be fun to create something. And my mom has a little ice skate ornament, which I thought was from Dollar Tree, but then I could not find any more of them. So either they used to have it in the past, or maybe it was not a Dollar Tree ornament. So the closest thing I could find to ice skates were to use these little Santa boots, and I'm just flipping them over, and I guess they're not really ice skates, but they can be kind of like winter boots. So I figured that that would work, like boots and sledding. So I just painted the sled part white and tied on these little boots. They were really easy to tie on. I tied them so you wouldn't see the Merry Christmas sign. You can do it either way. I mean, it would be really cute with the Merry Christmas showing, but I felt like they looked a little bit more realistic, like snow boots, if it wasn't showing. I don't know. What do you think? That was just my thought here. And then I had one of these little decoration bells with the little bow on it from Dollar Tree. They came 2 for $1, so I'm using one of those along with a tiny bit of greenery just to tie that up at the top on there. And then, you know, I was just thinking it's cute, but it felt like it was missing something to make it really look like a sled. So at this point, this is where I came back, and I'm actually, again, just using a folder that I had like for papers, and I used that kind of like a ruler, I guess, just to kind of give me some lines on here and make some straight lines down it. And I just did that with a pencil. And somehow the gray wasn't really working, so I decided to still go over those lines now with a little bit of my brown paint. You could use a chalk paint or acrylic paint, you know, whatever you have. And I think that gave it a lot more finished look of a sled. I also painted over the brown part of the sled runners underneath, and I painted that as well, just so that the whole thing was like smooth and neat. And yeah, so let me know, do you think it looks like a sled, or what would you do differently? I'm always curious if you guys have better ideas to do some of these, but hopefully these ideas will inspire you. And the last one is also a sled type ornament. This is super simple. I had picked this up in Dollar Tree. I thought it was so cute and had no idea what I wanted to do with it. And ultimately, I just decided on, you know what, the blue totally doesn't go with anything that I have for my decor this year. So I painted over all of the blue with my white chalk paint. I gave it like 2 coats. And then I just took my oil Sharpie marker, and you could probably use any Sharpie marker, but the paint ones do work a little bit better. And I just wrote "Let It" on the top, and then it already says snow on the bottom part, so I just kind of outlined that raised edge with the Sharpie and did the dots and all that, and I think it turned out pretty cute. Let me know what you think. I feel like this is also something you could tie and add on to like a gift basket or something that you're doing if you wanted to give a little ornament along with that. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know which one was your favorite. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys all soon in the next one. Bye!